All right, so let's start reworking through 2019. So if you repeat, we're not doing it. All right, we're just marking. So which of the following Caribbean countries is located outside of the Caribbean Sea? What do you guys say?
Barbados.
Barbados.
Okay. Which of the following cultural methods used as resistance to slavery had the greatest effect?
Syncretic religion.
We'll go with that. Syncretic religion. Which of the following terms best describes a historical feature of the Caribbean? Enslavement. A society is best described.
Enslavement.
Society is best described as a.
Sir D.
D,
sir.
wonderful. Soil deterioration in the Caribbean can be caused by.
Monocropping.
Wonderful. C. The term culture is used to refer to. Sorry, Creole, my bad.
Right.
All of the above.
All of them.
Right.
Alright, Garvism.
Sorry, you see, this one don't have the food thing in it.
Mine's referred to as all of them. Let's see. Okay, number 7, Garvism, which occurred in the 20th. Because I see 12, I'm like, okay. But 20th century is an example of cultural
Renewal.
renewal. Wonderful. Which of the following was the most important determining factor of one's position in colonial plantation society?
Race.
Which of the following? Go ahead.
Somebody in the waiting room.
Waiting room. Alright, hold on. Let me just. Sorry about that. Some people are in the waiting room. Let me just accept all of them now. Alright. I didn't hear that. I'm not sure why. Which of the following syncretic religions had its early beginnings in Jamaica?
Rastafarianism.
Rastafari. Let me just remove the anism. Alright. So, number 10, which of the following aspects of Caribbean culture is least threatened by cultural erasure?
Driving habits.
Alright, driving habits. Okay. Number 11, which of the following family types was introduced to the Caribbean by the East Indians?
Extended.
Alright, let me accept Fantasia into the group. Alright. So we said extended, right? Alright. So in which of the following ways has religion positively influenced Caribbean societies?
Sir B.
Yes, sir. I agree. B.
Alright. Which of the following measures did Caribbean people use to challenge European domination during the 15th century?
Sir, this is micro-level resistance.
Micro-level resistance. It's the way how after a time period Caribbean people refer to not y'all, right? Speaks to indigenous person for the most part. But yeah, the 15th century refers to what, the 1400s, right?
Yes, sir.
So the late 1400s, 1492 to around 1508 was, well, 1508, 1509 thereabout was the voyages of Christopher, right? And what Chris basically did was
1510.
Oh, 15. Oh yeah, 1510. Oh my gosh. Let me just move on because that was embarrassing. Number 14. Which of the following sports did the white planters use in an effort to demonstrate moral and racial superiority over their black subjects?
Cricket.
Alright. I know they can barely play. I'm just joking. They can. They can still do them thing. Right, so I have that there. The Rastafarian movement gained worldwide recognition mainly through
reggae music.
Why not marijuana? Probably not. Okay, not a big new movement. Alright, so hold on, let me let in this person. Everybody just is ringing my doorbell, right? Could probably turn it off. The ICT, well, ICT is the driving force behind changes in industry. What does ICT mean?
D.
As in dog.
As in dog. Alright, yes. Communication technologies. Which of the following types of development seeks to protect future generations?
Sustainable.
Sustainable.
Wonderful. Which of the following is considered an element of good governance?
Rule of law.
Rule of
The rule
law.
of. You guys just have all the answers, so. Some ones are going to come out in Carib this year. That would be cool. Which of the following actions can consider? Oh, sorry, there's a paper too. Which of the following actions can be considered gender inequality?
Sir, A. No, wait. 1 and 3. B. Sorry.
1 and 3. All right.
Sir, can you scroll up 1 second, please?
Okay, 1 second.
1 second.
1. Moving down now. I'm joking.
All right.
All right. So we're looking at this now. Fathers being denied paternity leave. Sure. Women fighting discrimination. Nope. 1 and 3. So. B. Right. Which institution in the integration movement preceded the Caribbean Community and Common Market?
B.
B. In what year?
Why?
Sir, 1973.
Wonderful. Right. What was the name of the treaty?
T of Chaguaramas.
Chaguaramas. Wonderful. What does the following expression represent?
Per capita.
Per capita.
Right. Anything over population is per capita generally. Right. Which of the following indicators of development is generated from the information that is derived from the inequality survey?
The Gini Index.
Wonderful. When was the WTO formed?
1995.
1995.
Wonderful. Alright. Which of the following is a function of the mass media?
C.
C. Informing citizens of local and international. True. That's fine. Alright, that's fine.
Sir, D could be a possibility as well, but
Yeah, D could be a possibility. It is a possibility. In fact, it probably is the possibility, but it's not one of the main functions. So I'm going with that. 25. Which of the following outcomes results from globalization? We said commercialization of cultures, right?
right, sir.
Okay. One challenge faced by Caribbean communities in achieving integration is?
Insularity.
A.
We know this question. What was the question's answer? What is not common achievement of the OEC?
Government.
Government. Wonderful. Let me just let in this person to the meeting. Alright. This is going pretty quickly. Alright. So early 19th century writings from an indigenous perspective serve to?
D.
D.
In its manifesto, a political party promised to maximize citizens' welfare and ensure equal access to resources.
A.
Social
Social
justice.
Social justice.
Social justice.
Wonderful. Right. Which of the following individuals is associated with the negative movement?
Leopold.
Leopold, then whatever.
Senghor. Right. Who was Leopold Senghor?
Sir, a guy was going no.
Eh?
From Senegal?
He was Senegal.
Somewhere in
He was
Africa.
Senegalese. All right. Wasn't
Right,
he?
sir.
Was he the president?
Yes, sir.
All right. Reliability in research refers to the extent to which a researcher is able to.
Sir, A.
A.
A. All right. So we're dealing with A as a better answer. So similar repeating. All right. So remember when we talking about what was the name? The C word. Is that no? It was replicability, right? And
Yes, sir.
there's another word as well that speaks to it. There's a C word. I don't remember the word. Kind what?
A bit consistent.
Consistency. Yeah, that word.
Consistent.
So when you see all of those other questions speaking about reliability, you just remember this one. All right. So let's look at this. In research, an accessible population is one that consists of.
Sir, was it? Is
D.
it D?
D. That's it.
Sir, I'm
I
not
have
sure
these
for
in
this one.
dogs.
D.
All right. I can be targeted. All right. So we have that there. Sure. Everybody's sure about this? Sure?
Yes.
Okay. 33. Which of the following describes
That's one I-
Was that a raise of hand? Go ahead.
I'm saying that instead of like when you're asking for the answer, don't let them say the letters, like say the answer because they're going so fast we can't read through the answers.
Oh, alright. My bad. I apologize. Alright, so you hear that, guys? Just go through the answers. Yes, so which of the following describes way too much time. We're not even reached 10 minutes yet. We're probably past 10 minutes. But yeah. Alright. Hold on. So which of the following describes the purpose of a literature review?
Set the study in the context of previous research.
Alright, so that is it. A researcher wishes to conduct an investigation on the effects of physical abuse on children at a primary school. Which of the following does he need before interacting with the children?
Permission from
Permission.
guidance counselor.
Alright, so we're looking at the effects of physical abuse on the children. Alright. Looking at that. Imagine if it's, to be very honest though, imagine if it's the parents abusing the child and then you go and ask the parents, you know, is your child being abused? Can we conduct the survey? Like it just so weird. So way how they would just immediately not be a member of the accessible population. 35. In research, the process of identifying a problem to be investigated involves
formulating a feasible topic.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, it seems that we're in agreement. Any other answers for this? Any opposing views?
No, I don't think so.
Alright. Which of the following terms is used to describe a statement that is tested by collecting and analyzing objective evidence?
A hypothesis.
Alright, a hypothesis. Wonderful. Alright, which of the following, or in which of the following groups of sampling does purposive sampling fall?
Non-probability.
Non-probability.
So we hold this question repeat in like 3 different ways. Right, and they have the same thing as the answer. A researcher gathered a group of persons in one location. He wanted to get their response on a specific issue. Which of the following methods of data collection did the researcher use?
Focus
group discussion.
Wonderful. Alright, almost through. Page is blurry. Alright, a researcher wants to conduct a qualitative study on traditional dances. Which of the following data sources would be useful?
So
1 and 2 and oral historian.
1 and 2, right? Because it's qualitative and not quantitative. So everybody has that. Which of the following is the first step in selecting a sample for research?
Defining the population.
Right.
Alright, that's true. Is the way how my brain absolutely said no, and then it just agreed. Which of the following methods is best used for gathering data in quantitative research?
Questionnaire.
Questionnaire. Alright, so that's fine. Hold on, let me just scroll up back. Why these questions, man? It's giving chemistry. Alright. Kara is evaluating the reaction of high school students to the new policy of fee payment. Each day for 1 month, she stands at the office of the guidance counselor and selects every 5th student who visits the office and interviews him or her. Alright? She interviews 50 students and publishes her findings as the reactions of high school students to the new fee payment policy. Which of the following issues is likely to affect Kara's research?
I say C, inadequately defined problem.
Okay.
Sir, could it be D?
The appropriate analysis technique. We see an analysis technique here? No.
Sir, I don't know.
Could it be B?
So I don't think it would be this. It's a B or... Wait, hold on. Okay, so...
Yes, by unsuitable methodology.
Okay, so... what we're saying is that evaluating the reaction of high school students to a new policy of fee payment. So is the policy of fee payment, well, let's assume that the policy of fee payment, right, applies to the country itself, right? And what Cara does is basically do random sampling, right, at her high school, and then labels the reactions of high school students to the new fee payment policy, right? But it's at her high school specifically. So I do think that sample would be representative of the entire high school population, right? Because it's at her high school specifically. So I think it would probably be an unsuitable methodology, right, to label the research reactions of high school students on a whole. This is generalization, and you can't generalize, when the sample population is not representative of the whole population, right? Or the sample is not representative of the sample population, probably that, right? But the person who says inadequately defined problem per se, it could be, I understand why you would say that, right? But what she's generally doing is just looking at the reaction of the high school students to that policy. So she's looking at probably qualitative, or it could be quantitative, to be very honest, but it's qualitative for a good amount of time because she uses interviews. So I'm not sure whether or not it would be C or B based on that discussion, but what do you guys think?
Then with her just using, they say her school.
Wait,
and
hold
using it
on.
to generalize. Yeah.
Wait, I'm holding. Somebody said hold on. So,
Sir, did you say that the new policy on fee payment, you're linking it with, like, say, a general governmental policy? How do you know it's not regarding the school?
no.
And the person that said A.
The thing is not right. I said if we assume, then if that is the case, then that is what it is. But if it is at her school specifically, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Okay, if it is a fee payment policy generally, right, then it should be B as the answer, right? If it's a fee payment policy for her school specifically, then it should be C. I don't think it would be a biased sample because she's looking for high school students, and it is indeed high school students that she's looking for.
Okay,
Why
I
would it-
think it's regarding to the school, but I guess somebody else could think something else.
But since that's
Why- why
unclear, go ahead.
Sir, so what is the answer?
Wait, hold on. I want to hear what Clint is saying. Give me a second.
I was asking, why do you say it's an unsuitable methodology?
I was saying that because the sample population wouldn't have been representative, and that is encompassed within the methodology.
50 students isn't representative of the...
Okay. When I was saying that, I was implying, right, that the policy applied to multiple high schools. Then B would be the answer. It would be unsuitable if it's multiple and she only uses hers, right? But if the policy is only for her high school, then I would understand why B would not be the answer. Did somebody say A? I want to look at A a bit more. Why A?
I don't think it's a bias sample. The only time you usually have a bias sample is like convenient sampling, and she's using systematic, so you shouldn't get a bias sample from systematic sampling.
Mm-hmm. Very systematic, right? So what's the answer for this, though?
I would say B is the answer. Unsuitable methodology.
I say C.
Alright, so it's a B or a C, to be very honest, right? Because I understand where we're coming from if we choose B, and I understand also why C.
I mean, she just simply stated in the first line that she is evaluating the reaction of high school students to the new policy on fee payment, right? She's just evaluating, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it would just I wouldn't see C as a suitable answer. I would see it more of B, unsuitable methodology, because what about the students who don't go to the guidance counselor office, right?
Oh, I get what you're saying. Because she stands outside of the guidance counselor office specifically, so she would be evaluating students who go to the guidance counselor there, right, within the period that she suggests, which is 1 month.
Yeah, so it's her way of collecting, so I'll definitely go with.
Alright, we'll figure this one out next time on episode of Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. Probably on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. So let's just finish the rest of the paper and then we'll go back to this then. 43. Which of the following formats is most suitable for presenting the findings for an investigation that uses focus group discussion as a data collection method?
Text.
Alright. Because it's qualitative, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Correlation in research refers to
degree of relationship between two variables.
Yes, it is. And then Ravino thinks that the results from his research could be affected by the size of the sample. In what section of his research report should he explain this?
Sir, limitations.
Limitations. All right. So, what is happening here? Okay, let me just do a consensus, right? Let's do a properly, like, proven throughout the ages, right, thing that would always give us the answer. All right? Can you guys type B in the chat if it's B, C in the chat if it's C? Because for this though,
C wins. If C succeeds, that everybody's putting B, and they have, you know, another answer, they might switch it to B, you know? They're like, if we thought about this wrong, the students are correct.
Right. What he just said if they thought about it wrong, students are correct. Well, I mean, sure.
Sir, B. Sir, why? Sir, question. Sorry. Sir, how would the problem be inadequately defined? And in the first, the first sentence, where it says she's evaluating the reaction of high school students to the new policy on fee payment, isn't that the problem? The new policy on fee payment?
But we're probably looking at if the research problem is specific enough. Right, because I understand where she's coming from with that, because it's a broad thing, like, well, wait, hold on, it's not that broad, to be very honest, because you're looking at whether or not they would have a good reaction or a bad reaction to it, so there's only really two outcomes or a middle ground. Go ahead, Fantasia.
So there's a question.
43 is A.
Oh yeah, you see what just happened? You see, I want you guys to see it slid, right, and the answer went down. Because I chose text a while ago and the answer changed. So if I uploaded it, it would present itself as a line graph, which it is not. So you see how when I post on YouTube is not the greatest representation of what I did on some of the papers, because I'm like, oh, did I choose that? But yeah, that is that. So what we're working on here, Fantasia was saying something before her counter tumbled on. Go ahead, Fantasia.
No, that was my baby brother. There's this question. I think on this paper it's question 13. I'm not sure. If you could scroll down.
Oh, it's question 13. Let me go to that. Question 13 is on like second, well, so the third page technically. Where is it? 13. Alright, let it load properly. Go ahead.
Check the waiting room. Somebody is in the waiting room.
Yeah, just let them in.
Okay.
Fantasia said question 13. What's that?
Alright, so this question, right? It's in another paper. However, the only thing that changed, it's not 15th century but 16th century. Would it have been the same answer?
16th century would have been 1500s, which would have been before slavery. Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Because the income in the system would have continued. until late 1500s.
Mm-hmm.
So for that question yet that she referring to, how they structure the question and what would be the answer?
No, what she's saying is that they changed the value. Is this question you're talking about?
13, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they changed the value of this to 16th century other than 15th, right? Which would still fall within the realm of encomienda and reparti. Well, technically repartimiento, but yeah. So the laws of Burgos would have came out and stuff like that. But yeah, I have that.
So same answer.
Yeah. And then kill off the whole of people them, and then they look towards West Africa. So yeah.
All the information about my head, you know.
Alright, so this question, you see, because as a future politician, I don't want anything to do with controversy. So I'm just going to leave it at this, and if a spirit touching the exam and says A, put A. You get me?
You're going to be living in controversy. What are you talking about?
I think the answer is B, right? But some think it is C. Most of us put B, so I'm gonna put B. Right? And that's
what
called
do you think the answer is?
B as the answer. I think the answer is B. For this one. Right? And that is what you call cronyism, and this is an example of corruption. Alright? But I put B as an answer. So if there are any issues, you guys can give me the explanations for why C, right? And if it is better than B, then I will have to accept it. That's just how stuff goes, I guess. Alright, so we'll talk about that.